Here today talking about glassware and different ways to consume wine. I've got a variety of different vessels to take in your wine and at different price points, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why you would want each of these glasses. And this is also something super interesting. So let's start with this. This in French is called a tente vin, and it is a little tiny saucer tasting cup. You'll see some sommeliers have it, and it's got all these little dimples and nooks and crannies inside that help reflect light. In the olden days in Burgundy, cellar masters, where there wasn't a lot of light underground, would use these and those nooks and crannies to reflect light to try and check the clarity of wine. And I'm going to show you what it's like to drink out of one of these. I've got over here the Two Hands Gnarly Dudes Shiraz, made in Barossa Valley. Pretty good go-to if you like Australian Shiraz. I think it's pretty smooth, good in style, good tannins, good taste. I actually never tried using this. I got it while I was in Burgundy not that long ago and have had it sitting on my shelf, and I've been meaning to try it. Let's see. You better have a steady hand for this, otherwise you'll spill it. So I guess there's no swirling involved if you use one of these things. Yep, I mean, it smells exactly like what it's supposed to smell like. It's pretty cool. You can actually see all the little dimples light up underneath red, so you actually can see what the clarity of the wine is like. You can pick these up online for about $20, maybe $15. They're listed on eBay. Some high-end wine shops may have them. It's more of a novelty item these days. I think some sommeliers may have one in a restaurant. But anyway, that's what this thing is, if you were wondering right when the video turned on. Next, we have a little tiny plastic wine cup. And I got this from Dollarama along with this glass and this red cup. Why would you want this thing? I don't really know when I would ever use this to drink wine, even at a party. This is way too small. Maybe if I were taking a shot of something. I don't know why you would want this. You can't even pour that much in here. Let's see what it's like to swirl with this thing. Oh, look, it's so delicate. Oh, yes, jammy. Anyway. That is what this is. It's probably about 20 cents for one of these things. Maybe if you wanted to take shots in it. I don't know why I would ever use this as a wine glass. Red plastic cup. Maybe when I was 18 years old and living in a dorm, I would use this and drink way worse wine than a Barossa Shiraz. That was back in the $8. Yep, it's red. Looks great. Let's get it and get drunk. You can't really see any of the color. It almost looks black in the glass. There's no way to see through, and it pretty much smells a little bit like wine, but also like factory. This smells like a factory. It smells like cardboard factory. This is not enjoyable at all to consume wine. So those were kind of just the fun things. What I really wanted to talk about is these three glasses and the differences between them. So this glass over here is a standard size tasting cup. I ordered a whole bunch of these off of a website called discountmugs.com, and maybe I have 50 of them just sitting right up there. What I like about having a bunch of these is I like lining things up. I like trying a Riesling and then maybe against a German Riesling to see the different styles, to compare notes. Sometimes I'll, throughout a night, just sit around with some friends and pour a bunch of whites or a bunch of reds and just run through them together and talk about what we liked and what we didn't like. And so these are small, they don't take up a lot of room on the table, and there's enough room in these, I'm gonna get rid of this guy, to give it a swirl. You can check the color. It was relatively inexpensive. I also had them engraved with my last name on it for some vanity, and I like these. These are really durable glasses. I think were about $12 each, if I am correct, and I think that they're 10.5 ounce tasters. Anyway, really good quality glass. I've actually dropped these on the floor. I've dropped them on a granite countertop. I have yet to shatter a single one. I've yet to chip a single one. That's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about how cheap it is to get a whole bunch of them and have them sitting around for when people come over. They're dishwasher friendly, and they're a lot of fun. When I want to use something a little bit more serious, my go-to is this guy, but I'm going to put this one on hold for a minute and just talk about this. This also came from Dollarama. This was $2. The sticker's still on the bottom. And I don't know, it's okay, I guess, for $2. I don't know what other wine glass you can get for $2. It's actually made of glass. The problem with this thing, for me, is a couple things. The first is, this is really heavy. There's a lot of glass in here. There's a lot of weight. Whoa, swirling is tough once it gets going. I guess it's okay. But there's a lot of weight to this glass, which to me says that as I'm holding it and talking to my friends about wine, I notice the weight of the glass, meaning I notice the glass is here. The lip of the glass is pretty thick, so not that friendly. The bowl is a pretty good shape. The bowl is fine for this, and the color and clarity of it is perfect. There doesn't seem to be any issues. I'm assuming that this is a pretty durable glass and would be dishwasher friendly, but it's a really heavy glass to hold, and having this in my hand all night probably would get a little tiresome. And that's where this wine glass comes in. It's made by Trudeau. It is a really well-made, beautiful, light glass that wasn't too much money. And anytime I sit down at a dinner table, this is pretty much what I'm gonna pull out. I've got 8 of them kicking around. I really like the shape. I like that it's not exactly a perfect curve, that it kind of squares out a little bit on the edge. It's light to hold, it feels good in the hand. And this is something that I could hold a lot. I think it's an elegant looking glass. It's light, it's clear, it seems durable. I've only broken one of these, and in fairness, I knocked it off of a table, so it's kind of to be expected. But this to me is a almost perfect wine glass. I'll probably pick up something more in a burgundy style glass in the next little bit. I also have some champagne flutes up there. But to me, this is great. I love this. Again, it's made by Trudeau. It's got a very thin lip. It's durable. The color, perfect, just clear glass. You can see the wine, the colors, you can swirl it around. It's got a big bowl. I think that this is the 16 ounce, and this is what I would go for all the time. Anytime I'm drinking any serious wine, this is what feels good to swirl around in my hand and to hold. But it's not practical to have 6 of these lined up in front of me all the time, or if I'm sitting around a table with friends, for each of us to have 6. One, it's expensive to buy all that glassware, and it takes up a lot of room on the table. So that's why I like having these little taster guys. So good for tasting, which is why they're called tasting glasses, and good for drinking something serious at the dinner table. Beautiful looking glass. To the next episode. I guess I need to drink all these now. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna drink all these. It still smells like plastic cardboard factory. That's what this thing. Smell this.